Expert 1. Introduction, Purpose and Audience. This training story is written for entrepreneurs, the unemployed, the underemployed, and people on Social Security who want practical methods to ideate new products. Section 1. Pepsi. Definition and Significance. Definition: Pepsi is a global carbonated, soft drink brand produced by PepsiCo known for its sweet cola flavor, strong youth-oriented positioning, and a history of bold marketing campaigns. More than a beverage, Pepsi is a branded cultural product, an identity signifier distributed through retailers, vending, food service, events, and digital channels. Its product family has expanded into diet, zero-calorie, flavored, and limited edition variants to meet changing tastes. Significance: Pepsi matters for product ideation for several practical reasons. Positioning through persona. Pepsi deliberately cultivated a youthful, trend-forward persona in contrast to some competitors' older, heritage positioning. This shows how an idea can succeed by claiming a clear cultural role rather than only a functional benefit. Marketing as product discovery. Pepsi uses promotions, celebrity tie-ins, and events to create scarcity, excitement, and social proof. For many small ideas, creative marketing is the lever that turns a useful product into a talked-about one. Portfolio and experimentation. PepsiCo repeatedly tests flavors, packaging sizes, and limited runs. These experiments reveal demand, create episodic attention spikes, and let the company iterate without endangering the core brand. Small teams can apply the same logic with micro-releases and pop-ups. Distribution breadth. Pepsi's reach spans convenience stores, supermarkets, restaurants, and vending. Distribution choices determine whether the product is accessible at the moment of need. Ideation must include delivery and findability as core design elements. Comparison with other companies versus heritage rivals. Compared with older brands that emphasize tradition and consistency, Pepsi has often leaned into trend and youth culture. The contrast teaches that brands choose which cultural lane to occupy. Clarity wins attention. Versus challenger brands. Smaller craft soda and health beverage startups trade mass reach for artisanal story and ingredient transparency. Pepsi's lesson is to decide whether to win by scale and familiarity or by niche authenticity. Both routes require different operational and storytelling choices. Versus digitally native consumer brands. New direct consumer beverage startups use subscription models, influencer seeding, and tight feedback loops. Pepsi's resources allow mass trials and expensive media. Small ventures can copy the testing mindset by running low-cost promotions, sampling, and targeted social experiments. Transition to ideation principles. From Pepsi's history and the comparisons above, we extract transferable principles for idea generation. In this first part, I cover the initial set of principles. Claim a cultural role, design for easy trial and episodic excitement, and embed distribution and placement thinking into product design. For each principle, I explain it, list common mistakes teams make, and offer lessons learned you can apply immediately. Principle 1. Claim a clear cultural role before building features explanation. Pepsi often wins by being a cultural cue, a drink for youthful moments, parties, and pop culture events. For product ideas, deciding the cultural role. What moments, identities, or rituals the product will support. Simplifies decisions about features, tone, and partnerships. Rather than trying to please everyone, choose the moment you want to own and design everything to amplify that association. Common mistakes companies make: blurry identity. Teams attempt to be everything to everyone, producing generic offerings that fail to trigger emotional choices. Feature shopping. Builders add features to chase trends instead of reinforcing the chosen cultural role, diluting the product's distinctiveness. Misreading the audience. Brands sometimes adopt cultural symbols they find appealing but which do not resonate with their actual customer base. Lessons learned. Write a one-line role statement that captures the moment and the person for whom the product exists. Use it to accept or reject features and partnerships. Prototype expressions of the role. Small events, sample packs, social posts. Measure whether people adopt the gesture sharing, tagging, buying again. Ask real users how the product would fit a moment in their life. If the role does not align with their routines, refine it before investing in production. Principle 2. Make trial cheap, visible, and episodic. Explanation. Pepsi drives sampling, limited editions, and promotional tie-ins to lower the barrier for first use and create reasons to try again. For new products, the single most important early metric is trials. Cheap trials lower friction, visible trials create social proof, episodic release is create urgency and media moments. Design easy entry points and repeatable micro-events that give people reasons to come back. Common mistakes companies make: asking for too much on first contact. If the first interaction requires a large commitment, many potential users will never try. Hiding the trial in complicated funnels. Poor signage, confusing redemption steps, or messy payment kill conversion. Running one big launch and stopping. Without follow-up or variety, initial interest drops and lessons are lost. Lessons learned. Offer low commitment entry points. A small sample, a short trial, or a single-use discount that proves value quickly. Make trials easy and social. In-person samplings at local events, simple online one-click offers, or shout-outs that plan a sequence of episodic experiments, limited flavors, weekend pop-ups, thematic promotions, and learn which formats scale. Principle 3. Design distribution and placement as product decisions. Explanation. Pepsi's availability at the precise moment of thirst is a deliberate product choice. Distribution and placement are not secondary logistics problems. They shape the user experience. When ideating, map where your target customer encounters the problem and place the product there. For digital ideas, placement is the channel, feed, or group where users discover and adopt. Common mistakes companies make assuming people will come to the product. Building a great product without a realistic plan for where people will find it leads to wasted development. Underestimating channel requirements. Each distribution channel has rules and costs. Slotting fees, packaging sizes, or platform policies. THE must be designed into the product. Overly centralized delivery. Relying on a single retailer or partner creates fragility and bargaining risk. Lessons learned. Map the customer's moments of need and prioritize the top 1 or 2 channels where the product must appear to be relevant. Start there. Adapt product format to channel constraints. Single-serve packaging for convenience stores, prepped bundles for online purchase, or event-sized offerings for pop-ups. Test multiple small channels in parallel and measure conversion per channel to find the most efficient distribution mix. Closing of Part 1 and what follows Part 1 introduced Pepsi as a framing device and covered 3 ideation principles. Claim a cultural role, make trial cheap and episodic, and design distribution and placement intentionally. These principles focus your early experiments on cultural fit, low barriers to trial, and being findable at the moment of need, 3 ingredients that turn curiosity into repeat behavior. In a part 2, I will cover the next set of principles. Iterate with marketing experiments and data, design product family and packaging strategies, and align revenue and cost models to the chosen scale. Each principle will include common pitfalls, practical lessons, and comparisons with heritage brands and nimble challengers, so you can pick tactics that match your resources. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to my YouTube channel for the next parts and practical templates you can use in your tests. Part 2: Overview and Purpose. This part continues the training story for entrepreneurs, the unemployed, the underemployed, and people on Social Security. Building on the first part's focus on cultural role, cheat trials, and placement, this section covers the next set of idea generation principles inspired by Pepsi. Iterate with marketing experiments and data, design product family and packaging strategies, and align revenue and cost models to your chosen scale. Each principle explains the idea, lists common mistakes teams make, offers concise lessons learned, and compares Pepsi with other company types to show practical trade-offs. Principle 4: Iterate with marketing experiments and data explanation. Pepsi tests campaigns, celebrity tie-ins, and promotions constantly to learn what resonates and where incremental spend moves behavior. Marketing experiments are not just about acquiring customers. They are research tools that reveal positioning, price sensitivity, and channel efficiency. Treat promotions and creative variants as low-cost experiments. Run short, focused tests, measure the right signals, and iterate rapidly based on what real people do. Common mistakes companies make: running noisy campaigns. Changing creative, price, and channel all at once makes it impossible to learn which element drove results. Focusing on vanity metrics, celebrating impressions or likes without tracking trial conversion, repeat purchase, or cost per engaged user obscures business reality. Neglecting sample representativeness. Testing in an unrepresentative location or audience yields misleading signals when scaling. Lessons learned: design each marketing test to isolate a single variable and define a clear decision rule for moving forward. Keep test windows short and observable. Measure actions that matter: trial rate, repeat purchase, within a defined window, referral intent, and cost per converted customer. Pair metrics with a handful of interviews to explain the numbers. Start experiments in micro-markets that mirror your target audience before scaling creative or spend nationally. Comparison notes: Pepsi versus heritage rivals. Legacy brands have deep media muscle and do big seasonal ads. Pepsi supplements national pushes with regional experiments to discover fresh positioning. Small teams can copy the experimental mindset without big budgets by running repeated low-cost local activations and tracking real purchase behavior. Pepsi versus niche challengers. Challengers often rely on tight community tests and influencer seeding. Pepsi combines that with broad reach. For new ventures, emulate challengers, close feedback loops, applying Pepsi's discipline in measuring incremental returns. Principle 5: Design a coherent product family and packaging strategy. Explanation: Pepsi's power comes from a recognizable core plus adjacent variants. Diet, Zero, flavored limited editions. Text expand occasions without erasing the core identity. A well-designed product family lets you address different needs, price points, and channels while maintaining a single recognizable thread. Packaging is a tool to optimize shelf presence, convenience, and marginal economics. Common mistakes companies make: launching too many variants too soon, Proliferation confuses customers and creates inventory headaches. Failing to tailor format to channel. A package that works for online subscription may not sell at a convenience store or a festival. Underpricing the convenience or premium cues. Customers will not always perceive higher value unless packaging and messaging communicate it clearly. Lessons learned: start with one core product and plan one adjacent variant you can test quickly in a targeted channel. Use it to learn whether segmentation is real. Match format to context. Single serve for on-the-go channels, multi-pack for home consumption, sampler packs for trials. Test each format in its natural channel. Use limited runs and seasonal packaging to create urgency and to test flavor or premium positioning without permanent inventory commitments. Comparison notes. Pepsi versus craft brands. Craft makers often prioritize novel flavors and artisanal packaging. Pepsi balances novelty with formats that scale. Small teams should consider modular packaging choices that allow swapping labels or inserts cheaply. Pepsi versus direct-to-consumer startups. DTC brands experiment with subscription formats and durable premium packaging. Mainstream brands use widespread packaging variations to meet channel needs. Entrepreneurs must choose which distribution contexts matter most and design packaging accordingly. Principle 6. Align revenue model and unit economics to the desired scale. Explanation. Pepsi's revenue mix is simple, at the point of sale, but supported by complex agreements with bottlers, retailers, and food service partners. For any idea, pick a revenue model that fits expected buying frequency and user affordability, and model unit economics early. Understand contribution margin, customer acquisition cost, and how scale changes bargaining power or cost structure. Common mistakes companies make: assuming volume will fix margins. High volume can hide thin per-unit economics until cash flow becomes unsustainable. Not modeling partner economics. Revenue splits, slotting fees, or commission rates dramatically affect viability when using third-party channels. Delaying pricing tests. Waiting until after scale to test price sensitivity risks mispriced offerings and lost opportunity. Lessons learned. Build a simple unit economics model with conservative assumptions for acquisition cost, per order variable cost, and expected repeat rate. Revisit it with real data after initial pilots. Test pricing and packaging together. Price signals and format expectations interact. Use small paid pilots to reveal willingness to pay. Negotiate partner deals with pilot-friendly terms. Small initial commitments, revenue sharing, and early exit clauses to reduce risk. Comparison notes. Pepsi versus subscription-centric brands. Subscription models suit habitual, recurrent purchases and can stabilize cash flow. Single purchase models require tight margins and high repeat rates. Choose the model that matches consumption frequency for your offering. Pepsi versus marketplace platforms. Platforms often take a cut and focus on matching supply and demand. Branded products must invest in merchandising and promotional support to earn shelf space and consumer attention. Practical tactics you can run this week. Marketing experiment sprint. Create to clear creative messages and run a short, low-budget test in a micro-market or a targeted Facebook ad. Track trial conversion and interview a small sample of responders. Packaging pilot. Produce a simple sampler or label variant and distribute it at a single local point of sale or event. Use QR codes to collect quick feedback and track reorders. Unit economics sketch. Draft a one-page model with conservative assumptions and run sensitivity scenarios. What happens to profitability if acquisition cost doubles or repeat rate halves? Preparing for Part 3. This part covered iterative marketing experiments, product family and packaging strategy, and revenue and unit economics alignment. These principles prepare you to test creative positioning, evaluate format choices, and ensure early pilots are financially realistic. In Part 3, I will present the final two principles: protecting brand coherence while enabling local creativity, and designing operational resilience and community-driven distribution. Provide a compact launch playbook plus actionable mini-case studies you can run in Facebook groups, markets, or neighborhood pilots. If this is helping your learning, please subscribe to my YouTube channel for the next part, templates, and a downloadable experiment workbook that you can use to run your first pilot. Part 3. Overview and Purpose. This final part finishes the training story for entrepreneurs, the unemployed, the underemployed, and people on Social Security. It presents the last two principles inspired by Pepsi, a compact launch playbook that compresses the full 8 principles into action, and short, practical mini-case studies you can run with minimal resources. The focus is on brand coherence, local creativity, operational resilience, and community as leverage. Principle 7. Protect coherence while enabling local creativity. Explanation. Pepsi balances a consistent global identity with regionally tuned activations and limited editions. Protecting coherence means keeping one clear brand thread so customers instantly recognize the product. Enabling local creativity means empowering small experiments that adapt packaging, promotion, or partnerships to local taste. Together, they let you scale recognition while discovering new pockets of demand. Common mistakes companies make: ripping off identity for novelty. Changing core cues too often or in extreme ways breaks recognition and erodes trust. Over-centralizing creative control. Forcing every local test through heavy approval slows learning and kills momentum. Failing to codify local learnings. When local teams run pilots and results are not captured, good ideas never scale. Lessons learned. Write a short brand rulebook. 1 sentence for the core promise, 2 visual cues that must remain, and 3 allowable local variations. Use it as the guardrail for experiments. Use time-boxed local pilots with simple reporting templates so experiments are fast and learnings are shareable. Promote the best local experiments centrally with small ad boosts or cross-market rollouts, not by mandating broad rollout without validation. Principle 8. Design operational resilience and community-driven distribution. Explanation. Pepsi's resilience comes from diversified suppliers, regional bottlers, and strong retailer relationships. For small ventures, resilience is about avoiding single points of failure, building simple contingencies, and turning early customers into community allies who help distribute, advocate, and troubleshoot. Community is a distribution multiplier. When people feel ownership, they recruit others and smooth friction. Common mistakes companies make. Depending on one partner or channel. When that channel changes terms or fails, operations collapse. Waiting to build support processes. Early chaos in fulfillment and complaints snowballs into reputation problems. Viewing community only as marketing. Community members can help with quality control, referrals, and localized problem solving when invited to co-create. Lessons learned. Map your top 3 dependencies and create at least one backup or manual workaround for each before scaling beyond a small pilot. Build lightweight support processes, templated responses, a short escalation path, and one person responsible for early customer care. Foster community rituals, regular local meetups, a small rewards system for referrers, or simple co-creation. prompts, convert users into advocates and informal distributors. A compact launch playbook. This playbook condenses the 8 principles into a repeatable sequence you can run in short cycles. Use words for counts and explicit decision rules. First step, clarify the core promise. Write the one-line promise, who you serve, what job you do, and the main outcome. Second step, map availability and placement. Draw the end-to-end journey and pick the one place the product must exist for the promise to be credible. Third step, design a minimal, learnable launch. Create the smallest package that delivers the promise and run a short manual pilot to surface hidden costs. Fourth step, partner pragmatically. Find one partner that meets customers at the moment of need and negotiate a short pilot with clear metrics. Fifth step, test cues and messaging. Run to simple messaging or packaging variants and measure trial conversion and referral intent. Sixth step, measure engagement and economics. Track first-time conversion, short window repeat, and per customer variable cost. Pair metrics with a few interviews. Seventh step, iterate with discipline, change one variable at a time, set a fixed learning window, and use explicit go or stop criteria. Eighth step, build resilience and scale responsibly. Standardize top flows, document support playbooks, and add contingency plans for the most critical dependencies. Mini case studies you can run this week. Case Study 1, branded pop-up hydration station. Context and idea. A neighborhood heat problem creates a moment of need. The idea is a branded pop-up stand offering a signature chilled drink and a small social postcard that asks for one line of feedback. Low-cost launch set up on a weekend at a local market, sell small bottles or suggested donations, and collect feedback on a printed card or QR form. Use volunteers and count repeat visitors. What to measure? Donations or sales, per Alshar. Number of repeat visitors during the event, and qualitative feedback themes. Key learning. If people return and share the experience, plan a recurring presence or a partnership with a local shop for regular stocking. Case study to seasonal flavor sampler and social test, context and idea. You want to test a new flavor without full production. The idea is a sampler pack distributed through a community group with a short feedback survey and a small incentive for shares. Low-cost launch, create to small sample batches, label them plainly, and hand them out at a community event or via a local cafe. Include a QR code for feedback and a tiny discount for full purchase if they like it. What to measure? Sample redemption, rate, survey completion, willingness to pay for a full pack, and number of social shares. Key learning. If one flavor gets strong preference and share activity, prioritize that variant for a limited regional run and plan packaging accordingly. Case Study 3, neighborhood refill and reuse pilot. Context and idea. Residents want lower waste and convenient refills. The idea is a small reusable container subscription with weekly pickup and refill at a fixed low price. Low-cost launch. Offer a 2-week pilot to neighbors via a Facebook group. Use a refundable deposit for containers and manual pickups. Track time per drop, retention into week 2, and feedback on convenience. What to measure? Trial conversion, retention after the first cycle, and true labor per delivery. Key learning. If retention is strong and labor is manageable, formalize pricing and recruit a local partner for modest expansion. Practical teaching tips for trainers. Run a rapid micro-pilot sprint. Give trainees a day to craft the one-line promise and the pilot plan, then a week to run it and another day to debrief. Fast cycles build confidence. Simulate failures. Role-play a supply delay, a complaint, or a refund scenario and walk through the documented playbook to build readiness. Share a learning repository. Require every trainee to submit a one-page experiment brief and the outcomes so group learning compounds across cohorts. Final synthesis and motivating close. Across the 3 parts, the 8 principles inspired by Pepsi form a pragmatic framework. Claim a cultural role, make trial cheap and visible, design placement into the product, iterate with marketing experiments, design a coherent product family, align revenue, and unit economics, protect brand coherence while enabling local creativity, and design operational resilience and community distribution. These principles are not a blueprint for instant scale, but a method for turning observation into disciplined experiments that reveal real demand without exhausting scarce resources. Next steps for trainees. Write your one-line promise right now and use it to prune your feature list. Plan one small pilot you can run this week that tests trial and placement. Use manual fulfillment to learn true costs. Document results and post one insight to a peer group for feedback. If this training helped you, please subscribe to my YouTube channel for the downloadable experiment workbook, templates, and step-by-step guides for your first pilot.